I'm here with Rick Fox, and he is the owner of a company, a line that we carry in our clean living boutique, SeaQuarius. And I'm so excited to speak with him about his product because I'm all about clean beauty products, and I really love this line. So Rick, can you tell us first, I'd like to know how you got involved with this line of beauty products, because you are definitely a guy, so what caused you to go down that path?
Sure. Growing up in Miami and the Florida Keys, as a kid, as a teenager, I always loved being in the seawater. I was a fisherman, a diver, snorkeling, you name it, water skiing every weekend, and the seawater would always clear my acne. It would make my skin soft and smooth when I came out of the ocean. And back in those days, I remember saying to myself, well, one day I would like to do something with the seawater. I didn't know exactly what yet, some sort of facial wash. And it's potentially what I was thinking about. As a matter of fact, I would take a 2-liter Coke bottle home with me filled with seawater.
Really?
Yeah, from my weekend trips to the ocean, and pour it over my face in my morning shower. That evolved, that idea, many, many years later into the SeaQuarius line.
Well, I can relate to that too, growing up in Florida and going to the ocean and being at the beach all day, coming home and washing my hair was so much better. So I don't know what it is, but like you, I knew that there was a benefit to it.
Absolutely. It's the minerals, it's the salts. Most people don't realize that there are dozens and dozens and dozens of healthy minerals in seawater.
Yeah.
Magnesium, sulfur, everything's in there, and it's in a balanced ratio that's natural to the ocean. The fish live in it, they thrive, the sea life thrives in that ratio of minerals and elements. And that's what we strive to do with my original, the first product I came out with, which was the Sea Clean, was basically, we have seawater in there,
right,
as it is, we didn't mess with it.
Well, I love that, because when I look for a gentle cleanser, and this is so gentle, but yet it does remove my mascara and cleanses my face, and either whether I'm going to bed at night or whether I'm getting ready in the morning to put a fresh face on, this is one of my favorites. Anyone that's looking at clean products, they're pretty savvy to watching out for toxins in general, and we do know that there are toxins in the ocean, and so what do you do about making sure that your toxins are not getting into your products?
Sure. Well, for the Sea Clean facial wash, the seawater that's extracted on that from the deep Gulf Stream, it goes off to a third-party laboratory, and they give it the whole run through from A to Z, make sure that there's absolutely nothing in there that shouldn't be in there besides the minerals, the natural bacteria and organics, which we talked about, which actually come out through our filtration process. So there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there. We've never had a batch at this point that we've had to discard because of any problems.
And they do filter through anything that shouldn't be in there. So what you've got in there is pure, and we shouldn't be concerned about a toxin.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And when you mention filter, we filter out the naturally occurring good bacteria. There's good bacteria in every drop of seawater. There's naturally occurring organic matter that's decaying in every drop of seawater. Now, for a product to put into commerce, you just have to take those out of there, because you don't want to embalm that stuff with preservatives. So you just want to get it out of there, and what you're left with is the minerals. But referring to other toxins or anything in the oceans that you might not want in there, the location where we get our seawater, the depth that we get it at, and far enough offshore from other pollutants, we've never had any issues with that.
Oh, good. Good. Well, good. You certainly want to know that clean products are clean, and it sounds like you've done your homework, and thank you for that. This is what you'd recommend cleaning your face at night with and in the morning, and then what would be the next lineup in your set here that you would recommend using?
Sure, the next lineup would be the Sea Serum, which is a very highly concentrated marine active serum with different algae and seaweeds in there. It goes on effortlessly and glides on the skin and penetrates deeply and quickly.
So it's moisturizing the skin at night while you sleep? Absolutely.
It can be used at night or during the daytime under the sea cream. One or either way of doing it. It definitely moisturizes with hyaluronic acid, a very high level of very, very expensive hyaluronic acid. There's different levels of hyaluronic acid on the market. We chose to use the most expensive one, which is the very smallest molecule, which goes deep into the skin. Now, that's not a marine ingredient, that's a traditional ingredient, but that's in there because we love hyaluronic acid. The marine ingredients add to that, and the hyaluronic acid and the other actives, they get pulled into the deeper layers of the skin, with the sea serum, and they work synergistically together to create the effect that the serum gives on the skin, which is a tight firming, but over time, over weeks of use, actually a plumping, because the collagen and elastin in a healthy, natural way is increased.
And tell me about the cream, because that's so important to me. When I cleanse my face, I've done my serum at night, cleanse my face in the morning. Now at my age, I need a lot of moisturizing. Is the cream going to give me that?
Absolutely.
Before I put my makeup on?
Yeah, the cream is going to moisturize, it's going to further hydrate. The cream is loaded with omega-rich nutrition, so omega-3, 6, and 9, and that comes from the marine actives we use, the algae and the seaweeds. You might have heard of omega fish oil. We don't use fish oil by any means. We use the bottom of the food chain that comes up in the food chain. Later it gets in fish, but we get it from the algae and the seaweeds.
It's what the fish eat.
Correct, yeah, further up the
Okay.
chain it accumulates in the fish. We get it at the bottom of the food chain, so it's very emollient for your skin, it's nutritious, the skin loves it, thrives on it. So that's going to also help to diminish the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, the omega fatty acids, and it's very nourishing, feels great. The skin is soft and smooth, and has a little vibrancy to it, a nice glow. Along with the sea serum, both of them actually give the skin a nice glow. Yeah.
Great. Well, and so what are you going to be introducing to this line in the future? Are you going to...
Sure. The sea cream currently does not have an SPF factor in it, so we're currently in the laboratory working on a SPF 30. It's going to be,
great.
yeah, it'll be largely based on that same formula.
And
with,
natural
of course,
ingredients,
natural, yeah.
Because I have an aversion to most suntan lotions, and if I'm a boater, I live on the water, and it's hard for me to find a suntan lotion that I'm not allergic to. So I'll be looking for that for sure. And I know you have an antioxidant supplement, so tell me about that.
Sure. This is a natural compound called astaxanthin, and astaxanthin is a carotenoid. What that simply means is it's a pigment. In nature, it can be found in lobsters. It's the actual red that's in the lobster shell, and krill and shrimp, and flamingos is the pink, and salmon is the pink in the flesh of salmon. Yeah, and it's a super one of the world's most powerful antioxidants, and it stops the free radicals in the skin, especially when the sun interacts with the skin. It stops the free radicals from forming age spots, freckles, and even wrinkles. Stops it in its tracks.
I needed that 10 years ago, Rick.
Yeah. And it does it globally over the whole body, from your toes to the tips of your head. It's amazing.
Well, we got to get together and figure out how to get rid of those spots.
Yeah. And speaking of that, actually, we're working on a dark spot remover, a fader,
Really?
for dark spots as well. And it's going to have a marine mechanism, this particular plankton variety that does that, that actually removes.
That's exciting.
Slowly over time.
So you can do that, take this, and you're covered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking forward to that. Well, I do love your line. We do carry it on pdbhomestore.com, so check it out. It's in our clean living boutique. We also have an eco-friendly boutique, but it is our clean living boutique, and we only put the cleanest products on there. And so I'm a freak about that. So please check it out. And Rick, thank you so much for bringing this to our readers' attention.
Thank you for speaking with me. I do appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.